vision changes are out of our control, so it inevitably deteriorates with age. However, there's something we can do to slow these negative processes down. To be precise, there's something we shouldn't do. Some habits of a person that may seem harmless to them can actually have a detrimental effect on vision. Daily routine can cause eye discomfort, dryness, and redness, and such effects, if regular, lead to sad consequences. 2.2 billion people in the world have lost or partially lost their eyesight, and about 1 billion of them have vision dysfunctions that could be prevented or cured. Each of them is a person whose daily life has been seriously affected by loss of vision, a grandfather who's never seen his grandchildren, a parent who wants to take care of their children, or a child who's unable to go to school. You should give up some habits right now to save the health of your eyes. Please subscribe to Big Progress to watch the new videos about nutrition and health. And now we're going to tell you about the top 15 habits everyone should break. Habit number 1. Sleeping with makeup. This may seem harmless or even inevitable habit, especially if you work late and are too tired to wash makeup away before going to bed. But it's important to always remove your makeup before bed to get rid of potential irritants and prevent bacteria from multiplying in your eyes and on the skin around them. When you sleep, your eyes replenish and cleanse. That's why in the morning you wake up with small hard discharges in the corners of your eyes. Sleeping with makeup on can interfere with the eye self-cleaning process and so put you at risk of an eye infection. Be sure to use a mild makeup remover to cleanse your eyes well before sleep. Also, don't apply any makeup to the areas that are close to the lash line so as not to clog the sebaceous glands, because this can lead to infectious processes and inflammation. In addition, you should change your eye makeup agents every 3 months because your mascara can be a perfect breeding ground for pathogenic microflora. Habit number 2. Not drinking enough water. If you don't drink enough water, your organs, including your eyes, suffer from the lack of liquid. When the water intake is low, your body tries to retain as much water as possible, which means that some parts of it will be dehydrated. This will interfere with the production of tears, which is required for keeping eyes wet and clean, and therefore increase the risk of such conditions as tension and dry eyes. Dry eyes in turn can lead to irritation, blurred vision, puffiness, and soreness. Habit number 3. Rubbing your eyes. Rubbing your eyes when they're itchy spreads germs and increases the odds of something getting stuck in your eye that shouldn't be there. Rubbing your eyes also harms the fragile skin in that area. If your eyes are itchy, try holding a cool compress against them. If your eyes are itchy often, there may be an underlying problem, so you should schedule an appointment with your ophthalmologist. You can also use eye drops to cleanse your eyes and flush out the dirt. A doctor may have to prescribe medicine to treat conjunctivitis. A warm compress may also help itchiness, dryness, red eye, and infections. If you're rubbing your eyes as a habit, simply resisting the urge to rub your eyes would help. Habit number 4. Not getting enough night sleep. It's called beauty sleep for a reason. Not getting enough rest can cause red, bloodshot eyes, as well as dark circles, eye twitches, dry eyes, and blurry vision. Not getting enough rest not only affects your vision, but it can affect your overall health as well. Getting at least 7 hours of sleep is important for your eyes and the rest of your body. Remember that looking at screens close to bedtime can interfere with sleep, so put the phones, tablets, and computers away an hour or so before going to bed. Not getting enough sleep at night can cause eyelid spasms or twitching, which is called myokemia. While these spasms are not dangerous or painful, they can be annoying and uncontrollable, and so can interfere with some daily activities such as reading or driving. Habit number 5. Wrong nutrition. When it comes to foods healthy for your eyes, the obvious choice are carrots and blueberries. However, there are also foods that can harm your eyesight. Consuming too much of certain fats, vegetable, monounsaturated, and polyunsaturated, can increase the risk of eye diseases, such as age-related macular degeneration. This disease occurs when the macula, the part of the retina responsible for central vision, is damaged. Those who suffer from age-related macular degeneration gradually lose their central vision. It becomes blurry and blind spots appear in the center. Foods that increase the risk of the disease development are highly processed harmful foods such as chips, cakes, chocolate, and fast food. For the healthy diet, choose green vegetables, fish, and foods rich in antioxidants, such as vitamins A and C. Habit number 6. Smoking. Smoking harms almost every part of our body, and eyes are not an exception. Research has linked smoking to eye diseases such as macular degeneration, dry eyes, cataracts, uveitis, and diabetic retinopathy. Smokers are 4 times more likely to lose their vision compared to people who don't smoke. The good news is that quitting, no matter what your age, can help reduce your risk of developing a serious eye condition. Habit number 7. Sleeping in contacts. Raise your hand if you're too tired to remove your contacts before going to bed. Well, join the club. Removing contacts is such a chore, especially when all you want is go to bed. But going to sleep with contacts is harmful to your eyes. It blocks oxygen from reaching your cornea and may cause a bacterial eye infection. The solution is simple. Don't sleep in your contacts, not even a nap. If you accidentally fall asleep in your contacts, remove them as soon as possible. If they don't come off easily, as they may seem stuck to your eyes, don't tug at them. Instead, use extra lubrication like multi-purpose contact lens solution to take them off safely. You may want to give your eyes some break at least for a day before wearing them back. If your eye remains irritated, see an eye doctor immediately. Also, remember to use eye drops to moisturize and protect your eyes. Habit number 8. Avoiding eye doctor. Did you know that eye doctors may even be able to detect other health issues during a comprehensive eye exam along with other eye-related concerns? Some of the health issues such as diabetes, high cholesterol, thyroid diseases, and so on may be discovered during an eye exam, yet a fair amount of people might avoid it, be a busy schedule or the belief that if nothing hurts then everything is fine. So even if you don't notice a problem, a trained ophthalmologist or optometrist can spot any deficiencies during the early stages of development. Plan a visit to your eye doctor just like you'd go to a primary care physician for a checkup. Comprehensive eye exams can detect vision problems, eye diseases, and general health issues before you even realize they exist. Routine eye exams are especially important because certain vision-stealing diseases such as glaucoma often have no warning signs until there's a permanent, irreversible loss of vision. Be sure to alert your doctor of your family's eye health history to help determine whether you're at high risk for a particular eye disease or condition. Habit number 9. Spending too much time on your smartphone or computer. The irony here is that you're actually watching this video on a screen, but be sure it's worth it. Like many people, you may have to spend most of the day at work looking at a computer. At home, you probably spend time on screens checking email, paying bills, reading books, or watching TV shows, and all using your laptop, smartphone, or tablet. Even though the use of technology is inescapable, too much screen time can lead to adverse side effects such as blurred vision, headaches, and eye strain. The fix: live in the woods or off the grids forever. We're just kidding. Screens are everywhere, and it's not practical to suggest you can't use them at all. But taking a break frequently, which is called digital detox, can do wonders for your well-being. Try limiting your screen time to 1 hour before bed and consider taking digital breaks on weekends. Bonus tip: you can use special web or mobile apps to help you moderate screen time so that it doesn't affect your eye health. Remember that it's especially important to avoid looking at bright screens late at night. Habit number 10. Watching TV at night. By the way, looking at any type of screen, including a TV, mobile phone, ebook, or computer, right before bed is harmful to the eyes, especially if done in the dark. The power of light changes quickly, so your eyes have to work harder to process these changes, which can lead to pain, eye strain, migraines, eye redness, and dryness, as well as affect your sleep patterns. Also, doctors recommend never reading in dim light. While there's not much evidence that it's harmful for eye health, reading in the dark causes eye strain and discomfort. So be sure to at least turn on a nightlight if you want to watch TV before going to bed. Habit number 11. No glucose control. Monitor your blood pressure as well as blood sugar and cholesterol levels. Keeping blood glucose, blood pressure, and cholesterol levels normal will help keep your eyes and body healthy. Habit number 12. Excess use of eye drops. Eye drops help relieve the symptom of dry eyes, but using them too often can cause irritation. Doctors warn that over-the-counter eye drops do not actually improve eye health, but just remove redness. If you're using prescription eye drops, be sure to follow your doctor's instructions and stop using the drops if they begin to cause eye irritation, rashes, or any other negative side effects. Habit number 13. Not wearing goggles. According to one of the studies, almost 45% of eye injuries occur at home, and the most common causes are harmful chemicals contained in household products and splashes of hot oil and fat that occur during cooking. So while performing these activities, you must wear safety glasses or goggles to protect your eyes. Likewise, the chemicals found in swimming pools can harm your eyes. You may experience irritation, vision decrease, or in some severe cases, temporary blindness. Therefore, be sure to wear safety goggles in the swimming pool or keep your eyes tightly closed when diving. Habit number 14. Looking at bright flashes. Staring at bright lights can damage your eyes. While the retina's light-sensing cells become overstimulated from looking at a bright light, they release massive amounts of signaling chemicals, injuring the back of the eye as a result. The sun shines with such intensity that staring directly at it for just a few seconds can cause permanent retinal damage. Chronic exposure to UV rays over many weeks, months, or years can also harm the macula, cornea, and lens. A damaged macula leads to macular degeneration. A sunburned cornea can cause blurry vision and loss of eyesight, and a damaged lens may develop a cataract or clouding of the lens that blurs vision. If you're experiencing any vision problems or discomfort after exposure to bright light, be sure to visit an eye doctor. Habit number 15. Not wearing sunglasses. When you forget to wear your sunglasses, you're exposing your eyes to the sun's harmful UV and high-energy visible rays, which can prematurely age and damage your eyes and eyelids. Long periods of exposure can lead to sunburn on the front surface of the eye, macular degeneration, cataracts, pinguicula, and pterygium, and in some cases, cancer of the eyelid. To protect your eyes, be sure to wear sunglasses that block 100% of the sun's UV rays, and don't forget to wear them whenever you're outdoors, even on overcast days. That's all for today. On this channel, you will find many interesting videos about human health, harms and benefits of vegetables and fruits, as well as interesting videos about housekeeping and gardening. If you liked this video, be sure to share it with your friends and click the like button. And if you didn't like the episode, well, hit the dislike, and we will do our best to make really interesting content for you next time. See you soon!